welcome back to Sports Talk. You're here with Cam.
Tyler.
And AJ.
And if you notice, we have a member missing because, he decided to be sick on us, But, and it's also the first time you're going to be hearing for our newest member, AJ, you know what I'm saying? Fellow bad kid, you know what I'm saying? So, no, don't give me that look because you are. No, don't give me that look, you know what I'm saying? Don't give me that look. But today we'll be talking about the top 5 sports programs at Lafayette all time today. You know what, Tyler, why don't you get started with your list?
All right, so I got an honorable mention. I'm going to go with girls basketball. Girls basketball has been one of the more historic programs. A lot of great players came through that program. Won a state title about a decade ago, but it still has been relatively good in recent history. It's starting to go downhill. But hey, they're still in my honorable mention because they still have a lot of legacy here.
Mm-hmm. And they still they ran for it at one point.
Yeah. And also at number 5, I have tennis. Volleyball. I got number 5 is volleyball.
Okay.
Volleyball has made the list basically off the recent history.
Recent history.
I mean, they don't matter 4 straight state championships.
4 straight and won 2 in a row.
Won the past 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's you look at that's just utter dominance if you ask me. And I think they just truly made a dynasty there. So I have them at number 5.
Right.
And now at number 4, I have tennis. Tennis is literally one of the. I mean, it don't even make no sense. 5 state championships in 7 years is really impressive.
Right, and then since we've been in middle school, they've been winning state championships.
Exactly.
I mean, it's consistency and dominance.
It's great consistency there.
Mm-hmm.
So I got them at number 4. 3, I got football at number 3. We're going off. I got all time. Football has it's been the big thing here in Lafayette.
Right.
Always have been. It's always been the case. Football's always been the big sport.
Easily the most popular program.
Obviously. Yeah. But all time, it's like there have been so many just great teams. When you look at some of the state championship teams, historic teams, guys went on to play in the pros, guys went on to play college football at great places. It's hard to not put on this.
Right, then you look at the players that they produce. I mean, guys like Jeremy Liggins, Brandon Turnage.
Exactly. This era just overall just greatness.
Dynasty.
Yeah. All right, number 2. This is where guys start to get a little tough. I got baseball.
Baseball. Why do you,
my number 2?
Why do you have them? Some people would say that that's a little high. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Myself included. Why do you put them at 2?
Well, baseball, it's a consistency thing for me.
Right.
Baseball has been just constantly great.
Right.
It's also been one of the main sports here as well.
Yeah. One of the main sports here too. I mean, it's one of the more popular sports here too. Baseball is one of those sports that's just been we know they're gonna be good. That's always one of the mentality about basketball. We know they're gonna be good.
Yeah. One thing about baseball, it doesn't matter who they have on their team. They're gonna find a way to be dominant. You feel me? So consistency is huge when it comes to baseball.
Yeah. And number 1, it wasn't even. It wasn't really all that close for me. It's girls soccer.
Right. Yeah. We all think
girls soccer by far got to be the dynasty at Lafayette. I mean, Coach Scruggs, since we were little kids, 2nd, 3rd grade, when we heard about them winning championships.
Right. Yeah, she was.
Yeah, I mean,
walking down the halls,
walking down the halls of her state championship. I mean, it's kind of gotten at this point. I mean, just utter dominance. I mean, just to think over just a decade span, you could just keep a program that great over a decade span just because you can just coach up people and develop players that well.
Right.
That really shows much about your program.
And then, like we said for baseball, I mean, it doesn't matter who they have; they're gonna always find a way to be consistent. Yeah. I mean, Coach Grug has been doing a great job at developing players and building players.
Absolutely. I mean, that's my overall list.
All right, why don't you call out your list one more time, starting at the honorable mention.
Honorable mention: girls basketball. I got volleyball at 5, tennis at 4, football at 3, baseball at 2, girls soccer at 1.
That's a good list in my opinion. AJ, how you feel about that list?
Oh, it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
You want to go? You want AJ to go ahead?
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead, AJ? I'll go last.
All right. So the honorable mention is Just like basketball as a whole.
Okay.
It never really stuck out to me at all.
But
That's been really...
boys and girls included?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not ridiculous.
Yeah. Number 5, I got football there. And I would have placed it higher, but since their last year of the season,
it
hasn't been that great.
That's what a lot of folks going down.
My number 4, I have softball.
Okay.
I thought that was a reasonable pick.
Do you think that they're
softball. It's just
Tyler, do you think that they're above football?
softball? My opinion, no. Because my thing is, I don't think softball's ever won a state championship.
Right, yeah. It's
That's all I'm gonna say about it. But softball all time, they've been
had their
great.
moments.
They've had their moments. They've been constantly great. I'm not gonna get that twisted at all.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't think just reaching the pinnacle hasn't been a big thing for them.
So my number 3, I got boys and girls soccer. They've both been really good for over the past year.
at the 3 is interesting though. At the 3 is interesting.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
My number 2 is cross country.
Wow.
Wow.
You know what? That's
Wow.
hey shocker. Wait,
Wow.
why do you pick? I know that you do cross country.
Wow.
You know, so why do you have them at 2?
Well, they've been really good over the years, but they don't really get the spotlight at all.
Okay.
Even though they have been one of the really good programs, even though nobody goes to them, but they've been really good.
Yeah.
But my number 1 though is volleyball.
Okay, I can see that, but
I this is my thing. My opinion, I think there's programs that's done better. That's my thing.
I do agree as well. But what really trips me up on this list is cross country being above both girls soccer and football. Granted, they're a great program. Do I think that they're a
All
number
time.
2 spot?
All time. No.
Yeah,
But
that's my list.
Hey, that's that man's list. Hey.
That is, why don't you start from the honorable mention and go over your list?
My honorable mention, basketball. My number 5 is football. Number 4 is softball. Number 3 is boys and girls soccer. My number 2 is cross country. And number 1 is volleyball.
That's a unexpected list.
Definitely
And Tyler, how do you feel about that list?
I think the craziest one to me. Honestly, I think the volleyball take is the craziest one to me. Number 1, I just don't really agree with the number 1. I think there's just a lot of programs all the time that's done better. But that's his opinion. It's his opinion. So
Yeah, what really trips me up, obviously the cross country thing, right? But I like how he added both girls and boys basketball. You know what I'm saying? Even though me personally, I would just put girls basketball and boys and girls soccer. Both of them, in my opinion, have a case to make a top 5, right?
Yeah.
So that's a good list, AJ. Like the arguments. All right, now I'm gonna go with my list. I'm gonna start with my honorable mention. And my honorable mention, I got baseball. You know, they've been they've been really consistent. They've always been a good team, but I'm also looking at state championships as well. So and during the Coach Walker era, I believe they only got 1, and that was just last year. So I got them in my honorable mention. And 5, I got football.
Okay.
So obviously 3 titles to the name. You know, they went both 16-0 2 straight years.
Yeah.
I believe that was 2010 and 11.
Yeah.
So I got them in my 5.
Yeah.
At 4, I got tennis. Like we said, since middle school, they've been dominant. At 3, I got volleyball. I do have them above tennis. Yeah.
A little shaky here.
Little shaky.
Trying to get just a little shaky here.
And number 2, I got Lafayette band at the 2 spot. Tyler, why are we making that face, Tyler? Why are we making that face?
Why are they?
Why are they on the list? Because Van and AJ can back me up on this.
Why are they on the list?
Not only is Van one of the
And most
hardest.
number 2.
Not only is Van one of the hardest programs. Yes, I'm making that argument. Not only are they one of the hardest programs, we are also one of the most successful.
Yeah.
If I may,
No. Look at me in my eyes and tell me that Van is the second greatest sports program in Lafayette history. Look at my eyes and tell me that. No, look at my eyes.
I agree.
you know what? Van is the second greatest program at Lafayette
The
history.
second?
I agree.
Second, yes.
They should be on it, but it shouldn't be at least second.
I think, in my
It should be at
opinion,
least like third.
I think they're better than football. I think they're better than tennis. I think they're better than volleyball. And baseball.
Tennis. First of all, tennis is outrageous. That's outrageous by itself. That's crazy.
Tennis has been really good.
That is outrageous.
I mean,
tennis, that's ridiculous. There's not even a comparison. That's a whole different league. That's the most sense for tennis to be.
First of all, yes. Tennis has been good. Since middle school, they've been dominant, right? But the Lafayette band has been successful since the program came to Lafayette.
1999.
In 1999. Been dominant. Yeah, he said what he wants. I still got him in two. And my number one, me and Tyler were thinking the same thing. Girls soccer is my number one. You know, so.
Yeah. Number two?
I kind of agree with girls soccer.
Look, I love the girls soccer thing. I mean, it just makes sense to me, but. Man at two? Hey, AJ, you had cross country at two. First, you gotta agree with my outrageous take.
I agree. It should be on the list, but not number two.
You put something on the list that some people don't even think is a sport.
Okay. Would you think cross country deserves to be at the 2 spot over band?
And they think
they got more of a case than band.
They got
listen.
They got more of a case than band.
Listen.
I mean,
Listen. First of all, band. Not only do we compete like what? How many shows? Like 4 shows every year, right? Twice every show. You feel me? First. So how band is judged, right? We go 1 through 4. 1 being the best. We have what? No, it's 4. No, it's 4. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Like I was saying, right? 1 through 4. 4 being the worst, obviously. 1 being the best. You got 4 categories. You got to get 1 in all categories, right? To be considered perfect. Being perfect all season through marching and concert, get to a sweepstakes award. AJ can back me up on this.
You're not proving me.
AJ can back me up. Only 14. First of all, we got it 4 years in a row. And only 14 bands last year from the entire state of Mississippi has gotten a sweepstakes award.
Just the whole state, like every school.
First of all, we did that. That's our rings. That is our ring. That's our state championship. Sweepstakes is our state championship.
How you state champion and 14 other teams, 13 other schools got it?
Listen.
No.
Wait.
Wait. 13 other schools got it.
Out of the entire state of Mississippi, 14 schools got sweepstakes.
Right.
14 schools got sweepstakes.
Right.
I remember me and you was talking, right? You said in other sports, only 7 schools can win a state championship, right?
Right.
Each in their own division. 7A, 6A, 5A, 4A, so on and so forth, right?
Yes.
Out of the entire state of Mississippi, we compete with all, like, you realize that we compete
with every single
school.
Right, I understand that.
Only 14 got sweepstakes. We were one of those schools, and we got it 4 years in a row. And before that, we also went on longer stretches.
And you got to remember the percussion band too. They got 8 out of the entire.
I understand what y'all saying, but I'm gonna say, like what I said about that, only 7 schools can win it, Cam. You gotta think about the playing field too, Cam. You don't get it's just not just as everybody in the state. I mean, when you put them in every single division, only one, even when you put it to like even just smallest bracket you can, only 1 school out of 30-some schools in each class can win. Only 1 school out of, even a small school, only 1 school out of 40 schools can win. I'm saying just the playing field in just other sports, it just seems like it's more difficult layout than band.
You gotta remember honors band.
Honors bands. Wait. First,
only like 2 students making the honors band, and Lafayette has filled that spot for 4 years in a row.
I understand the difficulty of all of that. I'm saying that doesn't make it to the point to where, okay, band, you deserve number 2.
in my opinion, I think they do deserve number 2.
I don't prove to the point to say, hey, band's it's the second greatest sports program just off that.
You know, in my opinion, my list is not perfect. I mean, you were talking about volleyball being over tennis, right? That was the first thing, right? Because I believe you put tennis over volleyball,
yes,
right? But if we're looking at the success, right? First of all, you gotta look at every competition, right? We get a trophy for every competition, right? But you gotta place top 3 in, like, out of how many schools compete each competition? Like 10, 11? 100. I mean, that's obviously throughout the season. But every competition we're going up against, like, what I'll say at the most we've been up against like 15 schools, right? We're placing top 3 against 15 schools, right? Some being 7A, some being as little as 3A, right? Think about it. We're placing top 3. You know how hard it is to not only get all ones, right? First, you can back me up. It's super hard to get all ones. Because most schools, the best bands, they begin 2s, 3s. We're getting all ones. And then we come back, we perform at nights, and are able to place top 3. In my opinion, that gives them a spot on the list because we got to do it every year. And we've been able to do that for 4 years consistently.
Here's my thing. Like you said about you get a trophy, you got to be for top 3 and everything. In other sports, you get a trophy for being top 3 in other sports? No.
Nope.
Do you get from winning your district or finishing first in district? Do you get a trophy? No. For winning the playoff game, advancing to the quarterfinals, the top 8 or the top 6 in the quarterfinals in your class, do you get a trophy? No. That's what we tried to talk to you about yesterday. There's only one trophy you can get in every other sport. One. There's only one accolade you can get. One. As a team. In a state championship.
Okay. In my opinion.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You can't compare the accolade of a state championship.
Okay.
To winning this competition, or hey, we won this one competition, we won this one competition. When you only can win one of those trophies, and only a certain amount of schools can win that trophy.
Okay, yeah, you know what? I agree. You can't put a top 3 on a singular state championship, right? But that does not take away the fact that band's playing field. I'll make a wild argument right here. Is 10 times harder than any other sport.
10 times harder.
In any other sport. AJ can back me up. AJ can back me up.
Talking about trophies and how 3 in marching season will get it, and the percussion indoor season only 1 gets trophies. Only 1 state.
Yeah, first of all, we got.
A division bracket, and you can get knocked out.
And first of all, we got 3 different. And like AJ said, we got 3 different groups competing. But if we're just talking about marching band, and this is what put them on the list for me. If we're just talking about marching band, you gotta get ones at every competition. We compete 4 competitions. If you get ones the first competition, you can't change nothing. If somebody messes up, that can dictate if you get a 1 or a 2. First of all, we gotta do that at 4 competitions, right? 4 categories every competition. We gotta perform back to back at every competition, right? And then after that, we gotta go on the concert band. Even though we are sitting down, the scoring gets harder, the judging gets harder. You wanna know why? Because we're not moving, we're sitting down, and we still gotta get all ones on top of that. You gotta get everything right. The playing field is 10 times harder than any other sport. Volleyball, you gotta go through a bracket. Football, you gotta go through a bracket. Band, even though you don't go through a bracket, think about it. 4 competitions, we all gotta get ones. We gotta perform back to back each competition. I think band deserves to be number 2. I think band deserves.
You're talking about the difficulty of it. You see, you're changing the
Okay.
We're talking about the difficulty of band. It ain't about which sport's the hardest. It's about what's the greatest sports program in band history.
And I still have them at number 2. Sweepstakes 4 years, back to back. And then in a way, it is about which sport is more difficult, right?
Cam, I'm gonna say this again.
Okay, go ahead.
No offense to sweepstakes. Winning 5 state championships in 7 years is more impressive than getting 4 straight years of sweepstakes. That's more impressive, man. You can't say it's not more impressive.
And this is where which sport is the most difficult comes into play. I guarantee you,
it's more about
tennis is not doing what band is doing on the daily.
It's more about difficulty, man.
Tennis have 5 rings.
It can be how hard your sport is.
They are not going out on the field.
Overall success.
They are not. That is what I'm arguing. All-time success. But the reason I put band at number 2 is because look at what band has to go. See, okay, obviously I put them over girls soccer, right? Because that's just a different level of dominance, right?
Yeah, girls soccer is like.
So how did you put it over tennis?
Because tennis is not doing what band is doing on the daily. They are not.
We gonna knock them for being good?
No, they are good. This is one of the top 5. Tennis is a great program. I'm not knocking nobody for being good. I'm not knocking nobody for being good, right? But listen.
Because the band goes through on a daily basis.
I get that.
Yesterday.
I be saying y'all not.
And then it's the playing field too, right? Then it's the playing field too, right? We gotta go up against up to 15 teams each competition. We gotta perform morning and night. We gotta get all ones, right? Then we gotta fight the place, at least top 5, right? To even get a ribbon.
I mean, sometimes we gotta wake up at 3 in the morning. Just get to a competition. Everybody's tired. Everything sucks. And you're tired. And when you go to sleep on that bus, there's no it's called.
I feel like even through all this stuff, that doesn't justify my band. That doesn't justify a band to be the second greatest sports program involved at Lafayette, Cam.
Okay, Tyler. In your opinion, right? Okay, first of all, let me read my list one more time, right? I ain't even read it, right? My honorable mention is baseball. My 5 is football. My number 4 is tennis. My number 3 is volleyball. My number 2 is Lafayette band, and my number 1 is girls soccer. Where would you put Lafayette band on my list? Or if you were to adjust your list and you were like, you know what, maybe Cam has made a decent argument for band, where would you put band on your list? 5.
Oh my god.
Do you think cross country deserves to be on the list? Do you think band has done more than cross country?
Honestly, cross country, but you can't act like and say that band is a more difficult playing field than cross country. Cross country is a tough playing field too. Cross country is hard too. Cross country is a tough playing field.
It is, yeah. If we're basing sports off of what is most difficult, right? I'll put cross country top 2. I'll put cross country top. Band is definitely still gonna be on there. Don't get it twisted. Football is gonna be my 1. If we arguing that, cross country is gonna be my 2. I'll put band at the 3. I'll put band at 3 if we're arguing what the most difficult sports are. Well, if we're looking at difficulty, if we're looking at difficulty and the success factor, band is a 2. Band is a 2.
I don't know, Ken. I be seeing some of the other sports, some workouts. This stuff ain't easy, Ken. They putting the boys through.
But that's for another podcast, though. I love to argue what's the most difficult sports, right? Top 5. We're getting into it, right? But that has not changed the fact that I still have band in my 2, and they're not moving off that list. Because look, I done looked at all the factors. They're not moving. Nobody's moving. Nobody's changing nothing. We're not changing a thing.
So like I said, wrestling is something that some people don't even consider a sport. I'm not saying not a sport. I'm saying a lot of people consider it as art. A lot of people don't even consider it a sport.
Listen. People did not consider cheer a sport. Remember, we had a whole podcast talking about is cheer a sport, right? Some people, yeah. In my opinion, it's 100% is, right?
I ain't pulling up to the cheer competition. They pretty big crowds.
Pretty big crowds being band competitions. Student cheer. Right. They don't got a cheer. They don't got a what's it called? Student section, right? Cheer doesn't need it. Dance doesn't need it. The crowd still be big. All right. The crowd still be big. Okay. Yes, the crowd still be big.
Man, I have a student section. You don't need a student section. I don't need a student section.
AJ, back me up here. I promise the band competitions are loud enough without a bunch of teenagers yelling "Let's go" and chanting a bunch.
I mean,
I don't know.
I gotta hear the.
A group of teenagers can get pretty loud.
It's pretty loud.
I bet it is.
Even at the end, you can just barely hear.
Yeah, a lot of mothers and one must get pretty loud.
Oh yeah.
A lot of mothers.
Exactly. So
And then especially whenever it's time to put yourself in the scoring.
Is that going to be 200 young teenagers?
Yeah. It's not no football game. It's not no football game.
Not even a football game. I mean, volleyball student section is amazing.
But one thing with band, everybody is so mature.
Yeah.
They don't act out as much as you think they would.
Cam don't even agree with that.
You know what? Yeah, it's. I'm not gonna say we rowdy like some of these other sports. Like we are definitely more well behaved in football. Most definitely. You can sign off me on, but we most definitely are. Basketball included, right? But yeah, we still be getting a little rowdy. Especially when I'm in man. I mean, like. That's what I'm saying, right?
Nobody else is with you about it.
I'm saying like I'm dragging us down in the rowdy category. I can name a couple folks in there, but you know.
A couple out of how many?
I can name like exactly. You can name.
All right, let's not get to that. We'll wrap this up.
Alright. What do y'all think about my list? What do y'all think about my list? Awful.
It's alright.
What's the most awful thing about it? Is it just a band fact, or is it?
I put band down to like 3 or 4.
The band one.
So it's just band throwing on my whole list.
Yes.
The cross country throw off his whole list.
Yes.
The fact that he combined girls and boys basketball throw off his whole list.
Oh, he put him at honorable mention.
It's the fact that he put cross country above boys and girls soccer. Throw you off.
Oh no, that's crazy.
So, alright, so listen. So if we really get into it,
Man's honorable mention. I don't care what you say.
so if we really get into it, I had the best list. You had the second.
No,
third.
how'd you have? In what case did you have the best list?
Think about it. First of all,
In what case?
I came in with a half.
When we post this, ain't nobody gonna think you had the best.
Nobody in this room. We can gladly put. You know what? For the people that will be watching this, right? Or that at the time when it's out, they are gonna be watching this, right? We need to make a decision. Who had the best list? Tyler, why don't you name your list? Why don't you name your list one more time? Why name your list one more time? We're going.
We're going over this. You don't have the best list. Your list is terrible. Alright. So I had girls basketball honorable mention.
Okay.
Volleyball at 5.
Okay.
Tennis at 4.
Okay.
Football at 3. Baseball at 2. Girls soccer at 1.
Okay, AJ, name your list.
My honorable mention is just basketball as a whole. My number 5 is football. My number 4 is softball. My number 3 is boys and girls soccer. My number 2 is cross country. And my number 1 is volleyball.
In my list, my honorable mention is baseball. My 5 is football. My number 4 is tennis. My number 3 is volleyball. My number 2 is Lafayette band. And my number 1 is girls soccer. You're telling me I do not have the best? No!
I can agree with the girls soccer.
Girls soccer, that's the only thing good with your list.
But I put band down to like a 3 or 4. If we being honest, I only put my band in. I'm maybe down to 3 or 4. I wouldn't have another.
Are you keeping cross country where it said AJ because you have them above girls
Cross
soccer?
country above girls soccer.
You have them above football, right?
I had like an hour to make this.
We had 30 minutes to make ours, right? And I'm not changing. And I'm not changing nothing. And I'm not changing nothing. I'm not changing.
I can't wait till everybody to see this.
I cannot wait. Okay.
Everybody gonna agree that band.
Okay. So.
Second best sports program ever at Lafayette High School.
Okay. So we all agree that our lists differ from one another, right?
Yeah, one's worse than the other.
But one thing that we can agree on, right, in the midst of all this, right? One thing we
Can't be
can't.
that.
One thing. This is just his face. One thing we can agree on, right, in the midst of all this, is that I had the most thought out.
Okay, alright.
I had the most thought out. Okay, alright. You know what? This has been a great podcast. AJ, it's good to hear you on a podcast for the first time, man. But this has been Cam.
Tyler.
And we'll see y'all in the next episode.
We're finna replace him with Zach. Get him out of here. Oh my god.